trapped underneath the brake pedal, so the taller you are, the longer your legs, the worse this problem becomes, because you're having to pull your foot back so far and lift up so high to get on that. Or if your ankle is at such a violent angle, it's hard to get a nice smooth brake action out of this. So we're going to show you today why ours is such an advantage. Ready?
Go.
Okay. First, we're going to lift up the running board. Here's our 3/16 Allen wrench, our 7/16 ratchet wrench. So the first thing to do is we're going to take off the floorboard. Floorboard is now removed. Now, if you had a standard Harley with the rubber pad on it, hold, stop a minute. Forgot the WD-40.
Go.
Okay, if you had the standard Harley, what you would do is take a screwdriver, push it underneath the rubber, lift, and then squirt a little WD-40 on it. That way it makes it slippery. You would grab the rubber and twist, and then slide it off, because there's two little locks on here to keep the rubber from sliding off. So we don't need to do that on this bike. It has a bolt-on pedal pad. We need a 1/2-inch wrench. So we just remove the nut that holds the pedal pad to the pedal. There, it's off. These are the two locks I was talking about that would lock on a rubber brake pedal pad to keep it from sliding off. Now, we're going to remove this lock nut that is holding the brake pedal arm to the shaft where it pivots. We now have this off with the washer. And you'll see there's an O-ring here. We're going to reuse this O-ring. They don't wear out, no sense in replacing it. Now, we're going to take our 3/8 drive ratchet with the extension, and as you will see, there's an Allen bolt here, and here, and here. Do not mistake it for these. These are the floorboard brackets, and that's the master cylinder. So, we are going to take these off, these 3 Allens, which hold the whole master cylinder assembly and pedal to the frame of the bike. Now, people worry, oh, they got to pull off the master cylinder. No, you do not. The master cylinder, the brake line, is made of plastic, essentially, not metal. So it's flexible, easy, to maneuver around, no problem. So, as you can see, I'm just taking off the second Allen, and this is a 5/16 Allen socket, or Allen wrench. Now, as you see, you probably just saw that whole assembly kind of twist. Now, if you look in the Harley catalog, this mount is actually known as an engine mount, because when you take it off, as you will see, there's a round cup in it that supports the engine. The engine's not going to fall out. Now watch. This is what we're going to do. Look at that. That is as simple as it gets. Now, what we'll do is remove the cotter pin. That's what we have the needle nose for. Pull that out. There's a washer. Remove the roll pin to the master cylinder. As you can see, plastic line, it flexes, no problem. Pedals down. Roll it up, slide it back. The old pedal is off. There's an O-ring right there. Leave it on. We're going to use it. Now, we're going to install the new Softbrake pedal. All our numbers are stamped. This is exactly the same length as the factory one. the customer right now at this point believes maybe this is all he needs. He just wants it down more. If he wants any more length, we can do that after we try this one on for size. Kind of like trying on shoes. One's too tight, go to the next size. So, in the kit, you will get a little tube of grease. As you can see on my brake levers, we use oil-light bushings. They're self-lubricating, but you're right near the exhaust and all that. So what we do, we just squeeze this bit of grease in here. Might just take your finger, push it around. There's 2 bushings, so you kind of push it into the space in between. You will see this will slide right out. Look at that. Stevie Wonder could do this. Okay? It works. So now we're going to put the roll pin back in. Nope, I missed. There. Roll pin is in. There's the hole for the cotter pin. Put the washer on. New cotter pin. Push it on either way. Bend the ears around. We are done. Now for a little simplicity, you got the WD. Just spray a little bit on that rubber. As you can see, this round cup fits around that, what they call an engine mount. We're going to just stick this right back up in here. Piece of cake. We put this bolt in. All we're doing is reversing the process we just did not 2 minutes ago. I'm only just for operation properly so I can check for the customer's fitment. I'm just going to put 1 bolt in. It's not moving anywhere. Then I'm just going to drop the pedal pad on for him. Not even going to put the nut on. Not even going to put the O-ring on. But I'm going to put the bolts in, and then I'm going to have the customer here sit on the bike and see what he thinks about what he has just gained. Now you can see, look, I can get 2 fingers in under this pedal. You can now see I have I have 12 inches. It's hard to see with that tape so low. And I'm about 1.5 inches from the board. So now if I can get the customer to mount the bike.
Okay, I'm going to pause it for a minute.
Okay. Put it on the board though, baby, in front of it.
Okay, it's going.
Okay. So as you can see now, the customer cannot get his foot under the pedal. Now we'll go ahead and pretend you're going to hit the brake, sir. Look how, and that's more natural. His ankle isn't violently cocked. It works real good. He's thinking now he's had a moment to test it. He might want to go with the +1 so he can straighten out his knee maybe a little bit more. Good.
Okay, you're rolling. Ready? It's rolling.
Okay. So I've now finished putting the assembly back on. We changed and the customer decided to go for a +1, getting an extra inch here. I've now tightened up all the bolts. I have tightened up the jam nut here. I will now replace the floorboard. All right, we'll go ahead and get the customer to